Hey guys, welcome to the MCJ studio. Welcome back. Yes, well, this is another video, and in this one, I will be unboxing the Wacom tablet. I decided a couple of months ago to add this tablet to my arsenal of mediums. And with medium, I mean the usage of pencils, markers, watercolor, acrylic paint, doesn't matter, those type of mediums. And I see the tablet as actually adding to the existing mediums that I already have. So to buy a tablet is actually something that is against my nature, because normally I just make all my art on paper, scan it in, edit it into my editing program, which is Illustrator or Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. And for me, that is like a normal way, a natural way to get my illustrations out there, to edit them, to work in those programs. But there is so much more that you can do with those programs when it comes to Photoshop and Illustrator. There is the ability that you also can create a lot of illustrations within the software and not just on pen and paper. So yeah, it is like a natural progression of doing something in that line, in that direction, but it is also for me an unnatural progress because I literally have not ever worked digitally to make my art. It's something that I normally just don't do. So that is definitely going to be a big challenge for me to start working on something digitally and create illustrations that have nothing to do with that pen and paper. The goal is to definitely make a video out of that so that I can show like the progress and the whole process of it. How do I feel about it? What are the struggles that I'm encountering, or maybe I'm not having any struggles with it. I don't know yet. I really don't know. But for now, the things that I've been using it for, like the editing, adding, or subtracting certain things in my illustrations, it's working pretty well. It's working pretty well. Now you would think, why don't you just use, what you have? You have your touchpad or you have your mouse. You can use it as well. I think it's just a good stepping stone to get acquainted with with this tablet, and also learning to use it and to use it for something more. So it's just a way to introduce myself into that direction. So therefore, I definitely find it very important for myself to have it and also to include it into my existing arsenal of mediums. So that is actually the underlying reason why I've decided to buy the Wacom tablet and use that as an extra addition. With that being said, let's go to the unboxing. See, I got the box right here, and I was so happy, so happy that I could get it as fast as I got it, because I really wasn't anticipating for it to come that fast. The initial idea was just to go to one of the local stores that sell those and get it physically. Just go to the store and buy it and then take it home with me. But they didn't have it. They only had the more expensive versions. So I went back home, went on the internet, went on their online web store, and they also did not have it because the online web store was down. Really? Really? You're doing this now to me. I need it, and this is what you do right now to me. So, after some searching, I finally found a perfect web store that had it. I was kind of surprised that they had it actually. The web store is called Bol.com. It is a Dutch web store, and they sell a lot of things. And I was very surprised that it would sell this, this Wacom tablet. But they had it, and the next day I was able to pick it up at the local store here. So it was really easy. It was like 1, 2, 3. I had it in my hands, and I was able just to take it home and use it. Like, you see the smile on my face, how happy I am, right? Happy I am. I love Surface. I love fast, efficient, and very considerate for Surface. I just a big fan of it. So got the box, took it with me at home. I open it, and of course the first thing that you see is, you know, things like the manual, registration, blah 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 blah. And you know, that's not really the interesting stuff about it, I think. I got the box, I decided to open it, and the first thing, of course, that you deal with is, of course, registering your product. I definitely want to, you know, encourage you to do that. Register your product. If there's anything wrong, or any discounts or any other great things that you can have, register your product. It doesn't hurt to have that, you know, just to make sure that your product has been registered. Furthermore, I took the software for this tablet. I took it from the website itself. They also deliver this great CD that you can install into your laptop or computer and then take the software from there. But in the manual, it was also suggested that you take it from the internet side or the website itself. So that's what I did. Went on the internet, went to the website, and just took the software there, and it was really easy to download it and just to get it on your laptop. So that is not really the fun, exciting stuff, right? That's like that. So after installing the software, I looked at the tablet, and then the first thing that I really like about it, I will take it and show you the real thing. Now the thing that I really liked about the tablet is it's so light. It's like it weighs practically nothing. Look, it's really thin and really light. So great plus. Another great plus about this is that it is small. It's really compact and small. I don't have a really large desk, so the space that I have to use it really wisely. You know, choose wisely what you do. So my choice for this tablet was a wise choice because it is not taking up too much space on my desk. So for anybody that has a small desk or a small working space, this is a great option to use for yourself to work digitally on your art. I don't consider myself that like a techie type of person. I'm not really that technical. I'm not really into, you know, technical things, gadgets, or anything else. However, I am open to learn a lot. So when I saw these buttons over here, I found them so interesting. I was like, what's that? What's that for? I never saw that. These are like shortcut buttons. So you can use them to open up your Windows button. So that's that button that you use to open up the Windows menu on your laptop or your desktop. But you can also use the other three buttons as Shift, Control, and Alt. So when you're working in your own, you know, editor space, your editor software, that can be Adobe or any other editing program that you're using for your illustrations, you can actually pick which button is which. And those buttons can come into handy because you don't have to go to your keyboard every time to do something for it. You just work from the tablet. Now for something that is this cheap, and well, I say cheap, but I think it's, you know, I think it's pretty reasonable for the price that I bought it, which is 75 euros. 75.99 to be exact, but who's counting the 99? For that price, I think it's very reasonable and actually very handy to have those buttons as well. So as I was experimenting with the tablet and using those buttons, it's really handy to use it. Another great feature of this tablet is that you can also use it as a touchpad. I say it is a great feature for someone else, but not for me. You know, not for me, thank you. Well, the reason why I will not use that, or not that often, is because I deliberately bought it to draw with it and not necessarily to have an extra touchpad connected to my laptop. So I can consider that it for other people can be very handy, but for me, I don't think I will be using it that much, and I don't think it's really handy to have a touchpad and also have the possibility to be drawing on it at the same time. So thank you, but no thanks. I won't be using it. Now, as I'm showing in the next screen, is that you can open it real easily. It's just a matter of sliding it up and sliding it down. You don't have to push, you don't have to tuck it in or anything, you don't have to fight for it. It goes really easy. Just use your thumbs to push it up and use your thumbs to push it down. Now, once you open it, there are, I think, 1 or 2 possibilities for you to use it wireless, in a wireless way. So that means you can use a battery, or you can actually buy at the Wacom website a USB connection, kind of what you would use for a wireless keyboard. That's the same way that you can use this tablet. You can use it as a wireless tablet. So even though it comes with a USB cable that you have to connect to your tablet or your desktop, you definitely will have the possibility to make it wireless. So that is also another great feature for the money that you're paying for it. And again, money and quality wise, it just, you know, if this is money and this is quality, then I would say it will go like this. You know, it over delivers, and that's really great for anybody who's just starting with it or is already a beginner and just wants to have something handy to, you know, something small, compact to take with them, you know, when they're on the go or just when they're working somewhere else. So I think that's a really good addition to use for that. Another feature of this tablet is, of course, the pen that comes along with it. Now, as I already showed, the tablet, you can easily adjust the pen to the tablet, so that makes it handy. You won't lose it or anything. Another great feature of it is that the pen is really light. I love the fact that it is light, but I have to say, in the beginning, it took me some time to get acquainted with it or adjusted with it, because it literally doesn't have any weight to it. It's not battery operated, so of course it's going to be a lot lighter than pens that are battery operated, but even so, it still is very light. So I did have a really tight grasp on it in the beginning, but later on, you know, it became really normal, you know, just like a pencil. This tip, you remove that by opening the back side of your tablet and using the opening that is especially for this tip. Like, how smart is that? That's like Einstein smart. That's like, you know, really smart. If I'm saying Einstein smart, that's like really smart, right? So it is a great way for you just to remove that tip in the way that it should be removed, and also to replace it with something else. I think that is brilliant. Other features of the pen are these 2 buttons. And because you're working with this pen in your editor program, you're not really focusing on your mouse or on your touchpad. So it is really smart for those people just to put these 2 buttons on it and have them operate as the left and the right side of your mouse or your touchpad. So in that way, it just makes it a very organic flow to go from your touchpad or your mouse to your pen and use that, because that is actually substituting those 2, one of the 2. So really handy, really smart, like Einstein smart, like bing. But I thought it was really handy because it's like literally you're scribbling and it's like, and you get the menu, or I think the right side, and it, you know, and it's also intuitively, it makes sense to use this as the left side and this as the right side. So intuitively, it makes sense. I haven't looked at it for people that are left-handed, which would be, of course, you know, also interesting, because there are also a lot of left-handed people. I cannot answer that for you. So that is something that's going to be an unknown factor, or it can be a big of a deal, but I don't think that is a big of a deal. It's the fact that when you use it, it will have scratches. So eventually, over time, you will start to see those very light scratches on this tablet. For me, well, I don't think so. I mean, you still have to consider it for the price that you're getting it. You know, it's light, it's made out of plastic, so yeah, it will have some compromises to it. So I think the surface is the one compromise made out of, it's the one compromise that you have to deal with, simply because you just, we'll see the scratches, we'll see usage on your tablet. But for the rest, I don't think that, it's that big of a deal. Maybe for people that really like to have that new feeling, don't want to have any scratches on it. Me, yeah, I don't really care. I don't think that's such a big deal to have that. I think you can live with it, yeah. I saw in another review, a review from someone else who said, something about the scratches. I won't say the person's name because, again, it's not really that big of a deal. But, I don't know. That did not make me not want to buy it. I'm like a functional type of person. If the function is to draw with it and to, just to make, my illustrations with it, then, I'm happy already. Like, hey, I'm cool. I'm good. If you don't like the scratches, it's not going to be that bad. Like, you still can buy it. You still can use it for what it is intended for. Another great thing, it has these anti-slippage buttons on the back, so it will stay put on its place. I do think that I'm going to make it wireless in the beginning, and I will definitely show maybe a video of that in the future, how to make your tablet wireless. Because, looking at that cable, like, this is the cable of it. And it just goes on and on and on. And I've already a lot of cables on my table. Cables that I use for the camera to make videos, cables when it comes to my laptop, cables when it comes to using other devices. So having an extra cable is not what I want. That's like problem 945. How do I remove the extra cable? Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna make this wireless. I love the fact to have a wireless. I have a wireless keyboard. It's handy. I can walk from one side of the room to another and still be typing. This will be wireless as well. So be on the lookout for that. So the image next to me also shows how you can connect to it with your desktop or your laptop, which is just this. Is this opening? Sorry people, I was just a little bit confused. So it's easy just to put it in there and connect it to your desktop or your laptop. I like it for the price that it's given and the quality that it has and what you can do with it. It's great. Oh, maybe another great point that I forgot to mention is that if you're a beginner and you don't have access to any editing or illustrating programs, it comes with an Illustrator program, free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for extra features. It is free. Now I won't be using it, but for other people that will be using it because they, you enter into it as a beginner and you just want to dabble a little bit into it, that is a great way to start with it. I haven't tried it, so I cannot say anything about it, but I believe that for other people, try it. If you're not into Adobe yet, or it's a little bit too intimidating for you to start doing something like that, I think the software that comes with it is a great way to get into it and just to get acquainted to it without being like, so that's a great way to start working with the software. As you can see, I am in love. I just love it. I love it. Will I use something like this a more advanced level, more sophisticated type of drawing tablet? I definitely think so. I think that it will happen gradually. It will happen naturally. So I definitely think that will be on my path to have something more sophisticated, that I will be looking at the screen as I'm writing on it. This is the first and only brand that I've been using, Wacom, so I cannot say if it's the best brand for it, but for what it is intended to, it's doing its job. It's doing its job well. I myself have bought it from my own money. I have not been supported, but if Wacom wants to support me, I'm not against it, you know. But I bought it with my own money because I wanted to have one. It was for my own purpose. I had my goals with it, so that is how I'm giving you this review. I'm giving you this review from the point of view of somebody who has been in this training for a while, who has been using, you know, illustrated programs for a while and wants to just expand the skills, expand the horizon, and see what's out there, and also learn to do other things to go on that challenge. So that is actually the plateau where I'm, you know, where I'm standing on and giving you this grand review of. I think that is it. There's nothing more for me to tell you. Well, how does it work? That you will see in another video. I am planning to make a second video, like a part 2 to this video, where I show you how I use it on the computer. I still have to figure out how I'm gonna do that, you know. Like I said, I'm not a techie. I am not a camera woman, you know. I'm not in that business, but I'm pretty resourceful, so I will figure out a way how to do it. I will figure out how to show you how I do it on the screen, so that you can actually have an idea of it, and also of course see my process in it, because like I said before, I am not a digital artist. I am a traditionalist. I love the pen and the paper. So to make that transition, that's gonna be an interesting one. Yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the video. That's all I have to say. I hope that you for yourself can make an informed decision of this tablet or any other drawing tablet that you want to use. If you have any questions about it, drop them here below, like here in the comment section. You just go like this. You can drop your questions, you can drop your remarks, you can drop your kudos, you can just say hi. I think that's good. I will say hi back. I'll be like, how are you? You know, I will answer that. You can see me on the social platform. You can go to Instagram, you can go to Facebook, you will find me there. And of course, you can always send me a good old-fashioned email if your question is just a little bit longer than you wanted to have, or you want to have more information and it just doesn't fit here on this. So, see you next time, see you next video, and for now, just have a good day. Bye.